Oh, hello, my fertile friends. It's Fee here, or Fiona Boulton, and I am the founder of Awakening Fertility for those whom I haven't met. And as this group is growing and growing, so I've now got a couple hundred in the group, I thought I'd start doing regular Facebook Lives again, getting you to submit your questions because I know that it can be a really challenging time, a really confusing time when you're on your fertility journey. And hi, Renee. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for all the love. And yeah, it's a confusing time. It's a challenging time. And a lot of the times or my clients spend hours and hours scrolling through Google and they end up just more confused, more disheartened. And having me here, I'm a fertility specialist and I'm a fertility healer. So I work on different levels to help you to have your dream come true of you having that baby that you so desire. Oh, and hello. Thank you. Thanks, thanks for that feedback. So Facebook Live, basically you can submit your questions as I'm going. You can also submit questions beforehand, which you might have seen on the Facebook feed. Now I have a new member, Sasha. Welcome to the group. Sasha's been really open and vulnerable and really honest about her fertility journey. And I'm sure that a lot of you listening can identify with different aspects of things that Sasha has mentioned. Sasha is not on yet, but I'm sure she will because she said that she'll be joining us, wanting to hear her rather long question answered. So I look forward to diving in. And of course, if anyone else has any other questions, you can jump in and I can answer that after this one. So Sasha wrote in earlier and she said, "Hi Fiona, I've been with my husband for 6 years. We've been trying on and off for the past 3 years. We tried 2 years naturally, and then we went down the IVF route, but it failed. I was really devastated. I know IVF stats are low, but for some reason I honestly thought that it would have worked. Sadly, there was no reason given as to why IVF failed. The whole event was stressful. I feel so fat from the meds and got so moody, so it did not do our relationship very good. And although my husband says he doesn't mind if it's always just the two of us, I really do mind. And to be honest, I fear that eventually he might want to go off with someone else who can give him a baby. I feel really let down on all levels. I feel pressure from everyone around me who constantly ask, when are you two going to have a family? Or, do you want to have a baby yet? If only they knew the ongoing disappointments of month after month after month of getting my period when all I want is a positive pregnancy test. Sigh. It's tough, Fiona. It's really tough. So, what do I want help with from you? Well, Fiona, I joined this group because you helped my two other friends have babies. And that was after one friend had non-existent AMH and the other had been diagnosed with unexplained infertility. Yet, after a few months of working with you, they were pregnant and now have their babies. And that's what I want from you too. But I am so sick and tired of this journey. I just don't know what to do and where to start. Please help me." Oh, Sasha, you've joined us. Hello. I've just read your question out. Thank you so much for being so open and honest and vulnerable. And yeah, it's a tough place to be. So I can see that you're feeling really let down. Don't understand why you weren't falling pregnant naturally when you've been trying for 2 years. You tried IVF and you really, really thought it was going to work. It didn't work. You don't know why it didn't work. Other people are falling pregnant around you. Other people putting pressure on you. You're putting pressure on yourself. You're worried about the relationship with you and your husband and how this is affecting you. And you're drained. And like you said, you're sick and tired. Oh, hello, Hannah. Thank you for joining us as well. Yes, so Hannah, welcome. We're just discussing Sasha's situation where she's feeling really sick and tired and really doesn't know where to go from here. She's wanting some fertility guidance. So thank you so much for joining and thank you for posting this really tough question on our fertility help feed. So basically, yes, you're feeling flat And we want to raise your vibration. We want you to feel more energized. We want you to feel happier and get in flow, because we've all heard those stories of when couples give up, they then go on holiday and have a great time and fall pregnant and then end up having that baby. So we want to put you in that heightened state, but we don't want to fake the emotions. So it's not about you pushing everything down, thinking, you know, I've just got to soldier on, I've got to keep my head up and not focus on the negatives. But instead, the best thing to do is to dissolve this feeling of grief and disappointment. Yes, you feel disappointed. Yes, you're feeling sick and tired of month after month not getting a positive pregnancy test. Yes, you're feeling exhausted from the confusion, and you just want some clear guidance, some clear, straightforward answers. So I have actually created an online course that helps people with this exact situation, and I'll send a link at the end of this to that. Basically, it's a 90-day program, and it's helped hundreds and hundreds of women all over the world, actually, women that don't even have access to me. They just do this course, and it guides them step by step, day by day. And what it does is it lifts your mood. How we lift the mood is we're looking at how your moods are generated. They're generated from hormones. So when you're feeling let down, when you're feeling exhausted, it can affect the serotonin levels, the dopamine levels, your adrenal glands, your energy levels. So all these things affect your endocrine system, your hormones, and your hormones affect how you feel as well. So it becomes like a catch-22 situation. Hello. Thanks guys for joining in and saying hi, and for all the thumbs up. Getting you out of this catch-22 situation, first I'd like you to just sit with me for a moment and breathe. I want you just to scan the body and see what emotions you're feeling. And it's okay, like maybe that you showed up to how your emotions are feeling. You're not feeling anything at this present moment, but just breathe as deeply as you can. If you're sitting down, I want you to sit uncrossed, so your legs uncrossed, feet flat to the floor. Close the eyes and breathe really big, as if you're like a balloon. So you're inflating the balloon completely on the inhale. And as you exhale, you're completely deflating the balloon. Just follow me here. We're going to work on different aspects to raise your vibration. I'm going to explain how this is working on a physical, mental, emotional level, and how it's basically going to change your epigenetics, so what controls the gene expression in the body. So working on a deep cellular level, but it starts with some breath work. So as you take the inhale, you can feel if there's any tension, if there's any resistance in the body. Often clients feel resistance around the lungs, perhaps as the intercostals, which is the muscles between the ribs. Take a deep breath in and try to breathe through any tension, breathe through any resistance. And then as you exhale, feel the abdomen tightening, and just picture yourself as this completely deflated balloon. So you're breathing in, big inhale. Try to count how many seconds you're breathing in, breathing out, long exhale. Count how many seconds you're breathing out. And try to match your inhale and exhale to whichever one was the longest. So breathe gently. That's the trick. Elongate the breath by breathing gently. So the breath becomes slow and rhythmic, and you should be able to feel your heartbeat. You don't want to increase the heartbeat. You don't want to cause too much pressure in the body. The breathing is designed to slow the heart rate down, but you will become aware of the heart, which is great because it's taking everything out of your thinking mind and into your heart. And for those of you who are a little bit more advanced with your breathing, I'd like you to activate your pelvic floor. So as you exhale, squeeze into the perineum and the abdomen, so you're locking the life force energy into the body. And this is what's going to give you energy after this breathing practice. Very short breathing practice, but really essential for faster fertility success. Inhale deeply, and as you exhale, you feel the belly tighten naturally as you keep breathing out and out and out. And then at the end of the exhale, squeeze into the perineum, so your pelvic floor, the area between the sex muscles and the anus, and then release on the inhale. Now, observe, what are you feeling at the moment? Anger, disappointment, whatever it is, exhaustion, emptiness. And how do you know you're feeling this emotion? Where do you feel it in the body? How does it show up in the body? Bring your awareness to that area. And simply with awareness, it will dissolve. Keep scanning the body. What emotions are you holding? Okay, so Renee says her emotions are in her tummy. Keep breathing and softening the breath in the tummy. Just a gentle, slow, easy breath. Very soft breath, a nurturing breath. And a nurturing, soothing color is soft lemon yellow. Perhaps if you bathe the tummy in the soft lemon yellow color, that can help to soothe it. So what I do is I work with a lot of colors and color therapy. Colors all hold a vibration. And as we go on with all of our Q&As and the one-to-one sessions that you might want to have with me for some fertility guidance and the fertility meditations that I offer and fertility healings, I can teach you how to work with those colors. Okay, so Renee's now saying, yes, it felt really strong at first, but pretty quickly it started to release. Normally I try to control it, but following this exercise, I didn't. And that seemed to help. Yeah, good. It's good to let go of control. And that's a big thing on our fertility journey. Most of you listening are very successful. You're used to achieving things. You're put a lot of pressure on yourself to achieve a lot. You've achieved most things in your life that you've wanted to achieve, but you're just struggling to have this baby that you're longing for. And so it's about you transitioning into a different type of energy. So instead of you pushing and pushing to get results, it's about you softening, opening, and surrendering and being a magnet for baby to come to you, for abundance to flow to you. So now that you've created more of a neutral, calm feeling and sensation through the body, we've got a platform where we can work from, where we can activate some healing. So I'd like to introduce just a small healing technique for you now. And it's a grounding technique. Now, without sounding too woo-woo, and this whole session's not about woo-woo things, grounding is going to give you a sense of security, Sasha and Renee, because you're actively doing these exercises as we speak. So when you feel grounded, you feel a sense of security, and you need to be in the thrive mode. So the base level energy that we have is survival. So once our survival needs are taken care of, we can then get into thrive mode. And thrive mode is where abundance is. That's where joy is. That's where we manifest baby and abundance in all shapes and forms that it may come. So all the joy that life has to offer is at that level, which is where we call our sacral chakra level. It's running from hip to hip, across the front of the body and the back of the body. It's the water element of the body, and the color is orange. Now, it's governed by spontaneity and it's governed by grace. So I'd love for you to start becoming more graceful in your movement. So instead of charging around and achieving things, just visualize yourself as this graceful, elegant woman who's achieving things. So you're just shifting the intention behind how you operate. And that's going to keep you stimulated and keeping fertility turned on. Now, there's certain things that we need to do to keep fertility turned on. And that is keep your body in a non-stress state. So we want to keep you in a parasympathetic nervous state. So we're not in fight and flight. We're in relax, digest, and rest mode. And that's the abundance mode. That's fertility being turned on and kept on in the body. So that's a physiological response. So going back to grounding, just close your eyes again for a second, and I want you to feel the area between your navel and the base of your spine. There's a central point between the navel and the base of your spine, your coccyx. It's about 2 inches within and 2 inches beneath the navel. From here, create a very thick, energetic cord that connects from your core to the very core of Mother Earth, right into the very center of Mother Earth. Connect to that center and illuminate that cord to a color that you feel powerful and grounded in. So at the moment, you're feeling neutral. When you join this call, you either felt tension in your tummy, you felt exhausted, tired, let down, fatigued. And I want you to focus on a color that helps to raise your vibration, that helps you to feel strong and powerful and confident and in flow. And that could be the color red, the color orange, the color yellow, or any shade of yellow, from soft lemon yellow through to golden bright sunshine yellow. It could be green, any shade of green, from emerald through to the new green forest. Turquoise, you might connect to the color turquoise. Pink, and any shade of pink, from carnation pink through to a peachy pink. Or you might work with azure blue, the color of the daytime sky, or indigo, the color of the night sky, or purple, or white. So begin to illuminate your cord in these different colors and see which one feels the best for you. Or mother of pearl, or white with golden sparkles, or gold, or silver, or platinum, or silver and gold blend. Now that you've experienced the different types of colors, disconnect from the cording that you've created. Just unplug it from you and keep it connected to Mother Earth. Let it unravel itself back down to the core of Mother Earth. And now create one from this color that you feel strong and you feel secure from, and you feel that you can feel energized and start a new beginning with your fertility journey, a new beginning of abundance, a new beginning of new joy to come through for you as you plug yourself into the powerful energy of Mother Earth, the powerful life-giving force of Mother Earth. So connect it from your umbilical cord, your energetic umbilical cord, 2 inches beneath the navel, 2 inches within, the area between the navel and the coccyx. Watch it spiral down and down to the core of Mother Earth and plug it in. Feel her powerful energy streaming up through into your core. And now breathe into the crown and feel the energy streaming down from Father Sky into your crown. And feel your energy is balanced. This is such a powerful technique. So if you don't get enough nutrients in your diet, if you don't get enough sleep, this is going to help to recharge your batteries. And it doesn't take long. You can keep your eyes closed and you can do this as a meditation after this session and go deep with it. Or you can come out now and feel a sense of calm, feel really rejuvenated. Hopefully that worked for you. So Sasha, that's where you can start from, just some basic techniques. Now, other techniques that I introduced in my online course that I mentioned earlier are things such as mind mastery. So mind mastery is basically where we change your thought patterns. So at the moment, you've got thought patterns that have served you at one stage in your life, and now they're not. So for example, you've suffered trauma, you've tried naturally and it hasn't worked. You've tried IVF and it hasn't worked. If you keep trying these, your subconscious brain says, hey, Sasha, don't keep going down that route. It only causes pain and heartache. It doesn't work. So let's not go there. Which means when you revisit trying naturally or doing IVF, getting some kind of assisted fertility, only half of your brain believes it's going to work. So what we want to do is change your neural programming to that. We're not saying affirmations. We're not on that superficial, that surface level, conscious brain level aspect. We're going into the subconscious, because the subconscious is the powerhouse of the brain. And we change the neural programming there. So as that, the brain, which has a map of the body, changes the physiology in the body. And I know it sounds crazy, but it works. So that's why, like Sasha, you've got a friend whom you said she had non-existent AMH and now she has a baby. Technically, that's scientifically impossible, because if she has 0 egg reserve, how can she have a baby with her own eggs? 2 things there. The AMH test was created by IVF clinics, and it's not an accurate reflection of your egg reserve. Secondly, that's because your AMH levels can change, because all my clients that come to see me that have had non-existent AMH all have raised AMH later, and then they go on to have babies. So yeah, it's clearly flawed. Secondly, Um, when you change your physiology, you're looking at changing the whole environment of the cell. So you're looking at improving the chromosomal level, improving the telomeres, the things that extend from the chromosome. So basically you can have a happier, healthy baby, and you're able to hold your pregnancy through to full term. So basically, because the body's open to change, the body's hardwired to revert back to a state of perfect health and harmony. That's what homeostasis is. So if you put your cells in the optimum environment, they will thrive. And thrive mode is fertility mode. So coming back to that, if we change the environment of the cells, so we look at how you're thinking and feeling, because your thoughts and feelings is what is felt by every single cell. I mean, we know this because your baby feels how you feel when you're pregnant. So we want to raise your vibration at all times. So that's why when you're feeling down, when you're feeling flat, when you're feeling exhausted, just sit with your emotions. How am I feeling right now? And how do I know I'm feeling that? And breathe into it. And honestly, after 30 seconds, it disappears. You don't try to control, you don't try to suppress any emotions, you just breathe. Then you want to feel more secure, so you can feel that cording, your connection to Mother Earth. We all have this. We know that we're more than physical beings. It doesn't matter what religion and what thought form you come from. You know that we have an energetic aspect of us, and that's what we call our baby soul, our baby spirit, and we're working with that on our own level as well. So moving on, once we've looked at our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and we've worked on changing our neural programming through different techniques of my fertility, my mastery techniques, we can then look at what's happening on a nutritional level. So making sure you're getting the right nutrients for you based on a diet that you enjoy. There's no point you being told to eat things that you don't like, because you're not going to enjoy the journey. And remember the analogy at the beginning of today's Q&A, and I said when couples go on holiday, they've given up, they just want to go have fun and not try for a baby anymore, they get pregnant and have a baby. So that's what I want for you. I want you to genuinely raise your vibration, again, not through affirmations, but true changing, shifting of the mind, and then nourishing the cells with the right diet, and making sure that you get enough sleep. You can sleep yourself fertile. There's a lot of sleep hygiene involved. Basically, when we're sleeping, the body's regenerating. We're rebuilding our body's energy reserves, and our body requires lots of energy for fertility, which is why, Sasha, I'm really grateful that you were open and honest and said, I'm feeling really flat and exhausted and sick and tired were your exact words. And so we need to pull you out of that state and into thrive mode. And by using energy harnessing techniques, we can do that. Other energy harnessing techniques apart from sleep includes exercise. So exercise outside is a really good way to draw in more energy. Exercise such as fertility yoga and fertility qigong. Qigong means to cultivate energy. So we want to build the energy back into the cells on a cellular level to have a happier, healthier baby, and to help you create this baby to be able to hold your pregnancy through to full term. And these exercises can be done with your man as well. They don't have to just be for women, because we're getting the blood flow to the reproductive system as well as the digestive system. And these are two key areas to help you thrive. Looking at your tiredness as well, a lot of my clients, when I run retreats, and we've done tests with different machinery, and we found that one time, my third last retreat I did actually, everyone got tested for their digestive function, and everyone in the room who was suffering with fertility issues also had digestive issues. So it's worth you looking into that too. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have about digestion. And in fact, next week I'd love to do a Q&A about that, because it's linked with fertility. Because if you're not absorbing all the nutrients that you're putting in your body, you will feel tired. And because fertility requires so much energy, it's going to hinder your fertility. So looking at ways that you can help improve your digestive system through exercise, through stress management, through detoxing, even through certain high energy superfoods that don't even require your body to digest them. So things like marine phytoplankton. So I'd love to share all of that with you. And I'm just reading some comments that are coming through. Thanks guys for sending them. And okay, so pulling you out of this state, there's other aspects too. So in addition to you exercising and eating right and sleeping right and managing your stress and mind mastery, I also focus on meditation. Meditation, I believe, is the best form of medication, because when we meditate, the whole body goes into instant healing mode. So you can actually self-heal when you're meditating, but you need the right meditation. I have spoken to thousands and thousands of women over the last few years. I've been running as a fertility specialist since 2007. And in that time, the amount of women I speak that go, yeah, I already meditate and I already have a stress management program and I'm eating well, but I just can't fall pregnant. These women are doing things like 70% right for fertility, but because it's not 100% right for fertility, they're not getting the results. And then they begin to get worn out, let down, frustrated, and then they give up on it all and think, I'll stuff it. I'm just going to go back to smoking or drinking or whatever because it's just not working. I've been trying for years and years and I can't do anything else. And what my program does is it works on just the most potent exercises and the most potent foods, the most potent supplements, the most potent teas and water even that you can possibly consume and have to create that perfect cellular environment to help your body thrive, because you're born fertile. Okay, you're born to reproduce, and something somewhere along the way has hindered that, and it could be from trauma. So it could be a mental block, it could be an emotional block, and that's what the Fertility Mind Mastery helps to uncover for you. It could be a nutritional block. It could be a physical block, so checking that your tubes are cleared, etc. That's important. It could be physiology. It could be raised natural killer cells, NK cells, which means you could be having missed miscarriages, or you fall pregnant, you can't hold your pregnancy because you've got an autoimmune response where the body is naturally aborting anything that's foreign. And this is handy for cancer, because natural killer cells are designed to kill cancer, but it's not handy if you're trying to get pregnant and stay pregnant. And there are natural ways, like with cordyceps mushrooms, etc., that you can supplement and prevent the body from having this autoimmune response. So there's lots and lots of tools and techniques that my online course can provide for you. It's a 90-day online course. And I'm not here to sell the course. I'm just letting you know what's worked for hundreds and hundreds of women worldwide. And I'd really love to help you too. For Sasha and for anyone else that's listening, you may find this really, really beneficial. So just, I hope that answers your question, Sasha. If you need any more clarification, please let me know. I mean, helping you right now, I could give you some exercises to follow from my YouTube channel to cultivate the energy. I could run through some meditations. I run fertility meditations, and they're online on Thursdays, and you can just check the Facebook feeds for that, or just go onto the website awakeningfertility.com and read about that. But there are over 100 meditations for the online course to suit different moods and where you're at in your fertility journey, whether you're doing IVF, whether you're doing things naturally. So there's a lot of support for you. And what I really would love for you, that's anyone that's listening, for Sasha and anyone else that's listening, is that this doesn't have to be a disempowering time for you. This can be a wonderful time where you can step up to be the best version of you so that you can have the best version of your baby. And it doesn't have to be hard. And when I speak to clients for the first time, they're like, this sounds great, but it sounds like a lot of hard work. And I don't, I'm exhausted. I don't want hard work. There's no hard work. This is a step-by-step program that works. 80% of all my clients that have done this program have fallen pregnant. Most of them fall pregnant in the first 2 months. There are others that can take, I think the longest was 2 years. And it just depends. It just depends on each person. And it's about learning to just shift out of stress and tension and into that openness and abundance and being a magnet for joy to come through to you. Think of the plant world, for example. The acorn doesn't stress about becoming an oak tree. It doesn't worry about all these things. It doesn't worry how fertile the soil is and how deep its roots are as it's growing from a seedling to a huge oak tree. It just happens. Okay, so we want to help you to get rid of the outside pressures. So the pressure that you feel from other people and even from your mind, worrying that you're husband might leave you, if you can't have a baby, even though he's not saying that, you know, the mind can be crazy. It loves creating stories. That drains your energy. So learning how to disconnect from all these energy drains is really empowering. So as I don't have any more questions from you, Sasha, I assume that has answered your questions for now. But obviously, week by week, I'm here for you, and more things are going to come up. And I'd love to guide you more and more. And if anyone else has any questions, even after this Facebook Live, just post it up there. And every week I'm going to be asking you, hey, get your questions in, put it up onto the Facebook page, anywhere that you see the Q&A, and I will happily answer it. So if I don't hear any questions from you, then I will be focusing on some digestive health solutions next week, as well as anything else that comes up. That concludes our 30-minute live. It went really quick. I hope you found it enjoyable. If you've got any questions about anything that I mentioned, please just leave them below and I'll happily answer them for you. And bye for now.